Emmitt James Smith III, born May 15, 1969, is a retired American football running back who spent 15 seasons in the NFL, primarily with the Dallas Cowboys. He's the league's all-time leading rusher, among other accomplishments. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Emmitt's career as a whole and everything he's accomplished. Smith grew up in Pensacola, Florida, and while playing for Escambia High School, he became the second leading rusher in American high school football history. Smith was a member of the Florida Gators football team for 3 years, where he set multiple school rushing records. Smith decided to forego his senior year of eligibility and play professionally after being named a unanimous All-American in 1989. Smith was selected in the first round of the 1990 NFL Draft by the Cowboys. During his long professional career, he rushed for 18,355 yards, beating Walter Payton's previous record. With 164 running touchdowns, he also retains the record for most in the single season. Smith is the only running back in NFL history to win a Super Bowl championship, the NFL MVP award, the NFL rushing title, and the Super Bowl MVP award all in the same season in 1993. He joins Steve Van Buren, Jim Brown, and Earl Campbell as the only 4 running backs in NFL history to lead the league in rushing for 3 or more straight seasons. Smith led the league in running and won the Super Bowl 3 times in a row, which has never been done before. Smith is also one of the only 2 non-kickers in NFL history with a 1,000-point career, the other being Jerry Rice. In 2010, Smith was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and in 2006 he was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. Smith spent 13 seasons with the Cowboys and 2 seasons with the Cardinals. Smith, quarterback Troy Aikman, and wide receiver Michael Irvin were known as the Triplets when playing for the Dallas Cowboys in the 1990s, and they guided the team to 3 Super Bowl titles. Smith started his professional career in 1990. The Dallas Cowboys considered drafting linebacker James Francis with their first-round pick in the 1990 NFL Draft. But after he was selected by the Cincinnati Bengals, the Cowboys focused on improving their running game when Smith's stock began to drop, as some NFL teams believed Smith was too small and slow for the pro game, despite his collegiate success. The Cowboys traded up with the Pittsburgh Steelers, moving from 21st to 17th overall in return for a 3rd-round draft choice, number 81, Craig Vesey, allowing Smith to be selected in the first round. Despite missing the whole preseason due to the longest rookie holdout in franchise history, he started 15 games, rushed for 937 yards and 11 touchdowns, and was voted NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year and a Pro Bowl selection. He rushed for 1,563 yards and 12 touchdowns in 1991 after tallying 160 yards against the Atlanta Falcons in the season finale. He won the first of his 4 rushing titles. With 1,713 yards rushing in 1992, he set the Cowboys' single-season franchise record and won the league's rushing title. He was also the first player in NFL history to win both the league's rushing title and the Super Bowl in the same season. In 1993, he missed the whole training camp and the first 2 regular season games, and with rookie Derek Lassick filling in for him, the Cowboys lost both contests. With the season on the line, the Cowboys agreed to a deal that made Smith the highest-paid running back in the league. Smith posted 1,486 yards and 9 touchdowns, helping the Cowboys win their first Super Bowl after starting the season 0-2. In addition, he was named the league's MVP and Super Bowl 28 MVP. On October 31st, he set the single-season franchise record with 237 rushing yards against the Philadelphia Eagles. With the Cowboys desperately trying to clinch the NFC East title and first-round bye in the playoffs, Smith suffered a first-degree separation in his right shoulder during the first half of the season finale against the New York Giants. Smith still finished with 229 total yards and played a key role in a 16-13 overtime win. Despite battling a hamstring injury late in the season, Smith led the league with 21 rushing touchdowns, a new career record. The Cowboys, however, were defeated by the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. Smith established the NFL record with 25 rushing touchdowns in 1995, becoming the first player in league history to rush for 1,400 yards or more in 5 consecutive seasons. Only Smith, Jim Brown, Adrian Peterson, and LaDainian Tomlinson have started their careers with 7 straight 10-touchdown seasons. He also shattered 2 of Tony Dorsett's Dallas franchise rushing marks, the first for the most consecutive games with 100-plus rushing yards in a season, Smith has 4 to Dorsett's 3 and the second most single-season rushing yards, 1,773 to 1,646. Both marks would stand for 19 years until DeMarco Murray broke them in 2014, when he carried for 100 yards or more in each of his first 8 games and finished the season with 1,845 rushing yards. He became the 12th player in league history to record 100 career rushing touchdowns and achieve 10,000 career rushing yards in 1996, becoming the league's youngest player to do it. In 1998, he passed Tony Dorsett as the Cowboys' all-time top rusher and the NFL's all-time running touchdown leader, surpassing Marcus Allen. The following year, he set records for lifetime postseason rushing yards, 1,586, and postseason rushing touchdowns, 19. Smith became the first player in NFL history to have 11 consecutive 1,000-yard running seasons and the first to have 11 1,000-yard rushing seasons in his career, with 1,021 rushing yards in 2001. In 2002, he achieved the target he set for himself as a rookie, finishing the season with 17,162 career yards and breaking Walter Payton's NFL rushing record against the Seattle Seahawks. Following the season, the Cowboys hired Bill Parcells as head coach, who preferred younger running backs, and released Smith on February 26, 2003. Smith signed a 2-year free agent contract with the Arizona Cardinals on March 26, 2003, who were not only looking for Smith to improve their squad, but also to help promote it with their local fan base. When asked what he could achieve as a 34-year-old running back, Smith replied, "I think I'm a 1,300-yard back, and I'll be out to prove it." Then, in a highly anticipated game against the Cowboys on October 5th, he returned to Texas Stadium but sustained a broken left shoulder blade after being hit by safety Roy Williams in the second quarter. The Cardinals lost 7-24, and Smith's 6 carries for -1 yard marked the first time in his career that he rushed for negative. He missed 6 games due to the injury, and he finished the season with 256 rushing yards and a 2.8 yard per carry average. In 2004, Smith was designated the team's starting running back by new head coach Dennis Green. He rushed for 937 yards and 9 touchdowns. He also became the oldest player in NFL history to throw a touchdown pass, a 21-yard touchdown strike on a halfback option play. This was the only passing attempt of his career. During his 2 years in Arizona, Smith rushed for 1,193 yards and 11 touchdowns while averaging 3.2 yards per carry. During his 2 years with the Arizona Cardinals, he also had 212 receiving yards, 0 receiving touchdowns, and an average of 7.3 yards per reception. Smith announced his retirement from the NFL 3 days before Super Bowl 39 on February 3, 2005. He was not re-signed by the Cardinals, but instead signed a one-day contract with the Dallas Cowboys for $1, after which he immediately resigned from the team with whom he had spent the majority of his career. If you've made it this far in the video, we sincerely thank you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of the content we upload. While you're here, you should check out our video Odell Beckham Jr. highlights. Smith was a consistent performer as a runner despite his lack of flair. Smith darted, slithered, and followed his blockers, squeezing yard after yard from plays that didn't have any. He didn't appear to be particularly quick, powerful, or blindly deceptive, yet he couldn't be stopped. Smith was considered as one of the best second-effort runners ever, with superb vision, incredible leg strength, and great balance. Smith was also a capable receiver and a solid pass blocker. Despite being the only player to tell John Madden that Madden NFL overestimated his abilities, Smith was named number 68 on the Sporting News 100 Greatest Football Players list in 1999, 3 years before becoming the game's all-time running yards leader. Where do you think Emmitt Smith ranks among the greatest NFL players? Let us know in the comments section.